Being a part of the Berkowitz process is not only a journey for those of us deciding the winner, it is also a journey for the nominees. Committee members decided on a very distinct theme and were expecting nothing less than the excellence from various organizations that we received proposals from. With high standards in mind, the nominees accepted our challenge by allowing the committees to enter the world and truly examine each organization. We watched them work in action, interacting with youth they educated, and learning more about their goals and hopes for the upcoming future. After carefully evaluating the organizations, each one having a very distinct and life-changing story to offer, the Berkowitz Committee observed one in particular that rose to the top. Out of all the nominations received by the Berkowitz Committee this year, this one was the most vivid display of the theme that we decided back in September. Our theme read, Youth Programs that Promote Cross-Cultural Connections and Individual Growth. It is very near and dear to each one of our hearts, and at the moment we walked through the doors of this organization, we knew that it was a perfect fit. Although each organization is very unique, the feeling that we experienced walking through the doors of the gloomy South Chicago block into a vibrant yellow room of children laughing and playing is absolutely incredible. At that moment, we all realized that this was an organization that is exactly what we had been searching for. Its creativity, warmth, and phenomenal ability to change the lives of Chicago children has qualified it to rise to the top of the Berkowitz journey. This year's 2008 Berkowitz Award recipient is Miss Sarah Ward from the South Chicago Arts Center.
The South Chicago Arts Center was founded in 2001 and has the goals and aspirations of providing a safe space for children to express their creative abilities in an impoverished and dangerous neighborhood. Every day after school, kids of all ethnicities come from several different schools to the Arts Center and participate in artistic projects that most times are not available to them in school. These include activities such as bookmaking, painting, drawing, ceramics, as well as learning how to use programs such as Adobe Illustrator, iMovie, and Photoshop. Not only does the South Chicago Arts Center allow students to express themselves creatively, but they are able to form bonds and connections with other children from various backgrounds. This alone brings a sense of solidarity to the South Chicago neighborhood. Students are taken on field trips not only in Chicago, but across the country to places such as New York, where they have the chance to set goals and form communities that extend beyond the borders of 87th and 93rd Street. Sarah Ward has done a magnificent job in working with the children and helping them learn to express themselves through art, in addition to exposing them to wonderful things that our city and our country has to offer. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating Ms. Sarah Ward, our 2008.
Excited about this, and it touches me to think that I could be on the far north side and somehow you're just reaching down to South Chicago and reaching all the kids down there with this wonderful contribution and just an acknowledgement of all the hard work that I put into this organization, and it was really wonderful beacon of light in a very lighted and absent vacant community. So first, I really just want to say I'm honored and humbled to receive an award that represents Susan Berkowitz, who obviously was absolutely wonderfully committed and wonderful woman who believed in empowering children to think bigger and better things about themselves. There's, as I've gotten older, I realize there's very few people that can work with kids. There's few people that have that deep connection that kids really feel like connected to. And it sounds like she was quite a spectacular woman, and I'm sad that I never get to meet her, but I'm very honored to receive an award on her behalf and that emulates her work that she did. I want to thank the Berkowitz Committee as well as the leadership community class, the seniors that came down to the center. I've been down there for 7 years and not many people come down, and I think once they do get enveloped by the space and the excitement and the color and the love that's felt in there. It's hard to imagine it, but it is a quite spectacular And again, I want to thank Francis Parker School for hosting me and to inspiring all your kids to think better and providing classes like the Leadership and Community class for your kids, because boy, it's a pretty fantastic class to get, and I can only hope that the kids that go through it become leaders in some part of the world or in the city or in the United States in some way in their life. So I'm going to talk a little bit because I like talking to younger people, and I'm going to try to help you figure out what it's kind of like for kids down in South Chicago. I'm not saying you don't understand what it's like, but I'm going to have you go through a little process with me, and a lot of it's raising hands. I'm sure you guys are familiar with raising hands, and I'm going to ask you about a few questions, and I'd like it if you could raise your hand. So.